imagination. I think it's an invasion. I think it's an invasion. DJ Skinny. They not for rap. Let's go. WhoDat? Respect the DJ.
Slip and slide DJ.
My imagination. I think it's an invasion. I think it's an invasion. I think it's an invasion. Man, they not for around here. I think it's an invasion. Greetings, Earthlings. This is my introduction. They say greatness doesn't come overnight, so I'm not rushing. Spaced out swag, best believe I'm paper touching. Super stupid flow, and you bitches can't tell them nothing. UFO, uniquely flying, outstanding. All I speak is cash, I see why you don't understand. UFO, uniquely flying, outstanding. All I speak is cash, I see why you don't understand me. Got a sense for drama, so I always keep the cannon. This is the invasion, so watch out for our landing. Standing tall, never too far. Spring and summer fashion, bro, I get it in the fall. Y'all about to start hating, and I don't mind at all. I'm a thriller like MJ, and my flow is off the wall. WhoDat? They're not from around. It's gotta be my imagination. I think it's an invasion. I think it's an invasion. I think it's an invasion. They not from around here. I think it's an invasion. WhoDat? They're not from around. It's gotta be my imagination. I think it's an invasion. I think it's an invasion. I think it's an invasion. Man, they not from around here. I think it's an invasion. Greetings, Earthlings. I am Wallow. I am Wallow. I am Wallow. I live life like there's no tomorrow. Chris King, KGNOOB. What homes you ain't know? We're UFO. Cargo, khakis, polos, and fresh kicks. That's the definition of what the cargo kids is. SOS, yes, spaced out swagger. I never do anything right, I'm backwards. I'm so galactic, so erratic. You niggas on my old swag, you can have it. The world is mine and your girl is too. So do us a favor, make room for the crew. Wow. WhoDat? They're not from around. It's gotta be my imagination. I think it's an invasion. I think it's an invasion. I think it's an invasion. They not from around here. I think it's an invasion. WhoDat? They're not from around. It's gotta be my imagination. I think it's an invasion. I think it's an invasion. I think it's an invasion. Man, they not from around here. I think it's an invasion.
Now rockin' with DJ.
WhoDat? They're not from around. It's gotta be my imagination. I think it's an invasion. I think it's an invasion. I think it's DJ Skinny. They not from around. Let's go. WhoDat? Respect the DJ.
Slip and slide DJ.
It's gotta be my imagination. I think it's an invasion. I think it's an invasion. I think it's an invasion. Man, they not from around here. I think it's an invasion. Greetings, Earthlings. This is my introduction. They say greatness doesn't come overnight, so I'm not rushing. Spaced out swag, best believe I'm paper touching. Super stupid flow, and you bitches can't tell them nothing. UFO, uniquely flying, outstanding. All I speak is cash, I see why you don't understand. UFO, uniquely flying, outstanding. All I speak is cash, I see why you don't understand me. Got a sense for drama, so I always keep the cannon. This is the invasion, so watch out for our landing. Standing tall, never too far. Spring and summer fashion, bro, I get it in the fall. Y'all about to start hating, and I don't mind at all. I'm a thriller like MJ, and my flow is off the wall. WhoDat? They're not from around. It's gotta be my imagination. I think it's an invasion. I think it's an invasion. I think it's an invasion. They not from around here. I think it's an invasion. WhoDat? They're not from around. imagination. I think it's an invasion. I think it's an invasion. I think it's an invasion. Man, they not from around here. I think it's an invasion. Greetings, earthlings. I am Wallow. I am Wallow. I am Wallow. I live life like.
House senses, they're tingling. So many people need my help. Cash buyers, they're everywhere. What seems to be the problem?
I'm never gonna find a house in this market. These cash buyers are buying everything.
And there's nothing you can do about it.
Is that right?
Thank you so much for your hard work. I wish I knew you were so I could repay you.
Just tell them to look for your neighborhood house dealer.
And we are live! Welcome to the WhoDat podcast. It's another episode on the mothership. What's up? I'm B. This Paco.
What's happening?
You made it a whole nother week. Congratulations, you didn't die, motherfucker. We got us a special guest on the podcast this week. This man is a multi-talented, industrious Renaissance man of the new day and age. We here to talk about a movie that he not only wrote, not only directed, but he also starred in. But as you see on the commercial right before we just went live, he also is about his business and got a whole nother thing going on with the real estate. He's a realtor, you know what I'm saying? So make sure that you tap in on all the things we about to talk about this episode. Make sure you don't miss it. Make sure you share, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, all right? But our guest for today is the one and the only Mr. Sam Houston. How you doing, man?
Hey, I'm good, fellas. I appreciate y'all
Oh, man, yes,
allowing
sir.
me to get on the show, Pop.
Yeah, man.
All right, we good, y'all. I just had to check some things. You know, anybody want to be a producer ever, let me know so I can, let me know. So
Be serious.
I'm serious.
Be for real.
Be for real.
Be consistent.
Yes.
Before we get into the motivational speaking.
Okay.
All right. But man, thank you for coming on the mothership, bro.
Yeah, man, I appreciate
We
it.
got a lot to talk about, man.
Yes,
You've been
sir.
busy.
Busy, man.
You've been busy as the hell, bro. You've been busy.
That's the way to be, bro. If I ain't busy, then man, my family ain't eating. So
I feel you.
I gotta stay busy.
I feel you. That's what's up. That's some real man stuff, man. I thought that you were making a short film when you first was posting about shooting and everything.
Ooh.
But you got a feature length
That's full
film.
feature length
Yeah.
film, yeah.
And like that's crazy. So that's crazy impressive, man.
I appreciate it. A lot of people. You ain't the only one that thought that. There's quite a few people that actually thought that this was a short film. And
Yeah.
me personally, I don't have anything against shorts at all. I just I talk a lot. And if we get to me doing a short, it's not gonna work out.
Right.
You know,
It's
I
gonna
tried
have 5 parts.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I tried to do a couple of shorts before, and I didn't like them at the end. You know, so when I was doing this, one of the things that I wanted to do, one of my brothers in film, Joseph Ebanks, he brought me out and inspired me to know that I can continue going. So doing the feature was where my goal was, man.
That's what I'm talking about. Now the movie that we're talking about is Black America. When does it release?
May 12th.
May 12th. May 12th. All right. And this movie is multi-layered. Can you, without any spoilers or whatever, can you give us an idea of what the movie's about?
Well, hold on. Let's just show them the trailer.
Okay.
Let's just show them the trailer.
That makes a
So you like to read poetry too?
Nah, I mean, I wouldn't say all that. I ain't like to read it, but I did write it, though. Hey, Ma.
AJ, where are you?
Look, Ma, I'll be in there in a few.
You know today is your brother's birthday. Your sister's already here. You better not be out there in the streets.
Man, bro, you had this car for 2 months, man, and you already got it dusty as hell.
Okay.
Hey, chill.
It's alright. It ain't like we got nothing illegal in the car or nothing like that, you know?
Speak for yourself.
Man, is all this necessary?
I want to thank everybody for coming out today, for helping me celebrate Johnny's birthday.
I always got your back, bro.
Thankful for the harshest wind.
Look, I know you don't like to show your true emotions, but I can tell this hit you different.
I don't know what you want from me, alright? I got anger towards every white cop I see.
See, it's attitudes like that that's gonna end you right back up in jail.
You don't know what it's like to get pulled over and see them sirens in your rear view and to have your heart stop, do you?
Grateful for my broken heart.
But somehow you always seem to get involved and do something stupid that holds you back.
And you think I planned for my life to go this way?
Oh, the hard times only bring me closer. Only bring me closer. And the hard times come to work me over.
There it is.
Oh, amazing.
So
amazing.
Kind of tell us, like, who's in the movie? Number one, besides yourself.
All right, so I'm gonna go through. Let me pull this out. I'm gonna pull out a cheat code because what I don't want to do here is forget somebody's name.
Oh man,
and if I start going through this list and somebody's name get forgotten, man, I don't want to do that. So I'm gonna go by the characters. Okay, so AJ, I play the character of AJ. Shekinah Shepherd plays Alexis. We got Johnny, that's played by 2 Live Bree.
Shout out.
Victoria is by Mama Tatum.
All right.
Officer Rhodes is Drew Dunlop.
Shout out Drew.
No, I'm sorry.
Oh.
Ooh, not Drew. Drew's not Officer Rhodes. Officer Rhodes is yeah, he is. Smoke is Tay, who commented here on there.
Shout out to Tay.
We got Officer Jones, which is Mike Gilowinski, because I can't pronounce his last name. If you watching, it's Mike G is what we call him, y'all.
There we go.
We got Tommy, who's Alan Shepard. Andrea, she is Amaya Harris, so it's a daughter in the movie. She's like 16. That little girl is amazing. She came to auditions and surprised all of us. You don't get the audition paper till you get there. She walked in a room with no script in her hand, and we was like, I know she ain't had a script. You know what I'm saying? Because we just gave it to her. Yeah. She came in, memorized all that. So
nice. She's serious about it.
She's 15 to 16 years old. Yeah. She came with it. There's Jacqueline, who's played by Alondra Ramirez. We got Bianca is Ray Gray. Elena is my sister-in-law, Brooke Jackson. Officer Willie is Dreddy. Maurice Jaron the Great. Malcolm is Ed Hardy. Then we got Angie, who's played by Maria Ridley. And then last but not least, we got Penny, who was played by Shay. So Sharon Pittman.
That's what's up.
It's a big cast, as y'all can see.
Okay.
18 of us in that movie.
Man, that's what's up. That's what's up. And you found everybody through casting?
Yeah. We had casting a few months back, back in August. We did castings back in August and murdered my name. Mike, my bad, bro. My bad, man. I told you. I almost Mike G though. We got you.
Hey, I can't even lie though. Your last name is crazy. Golombuski. What?
Hey, but shout out to Mike too though, because Mike is one of the sponsors. We also picking up sponsors for the movie too as well. Mike is sponsoring you guys. Y'all come out to the movies, you'll get sponsor bags. We're getting backpacks that come with the ticket. So everybody's gonna get there. They'll get a Black America backpack where the cast can sign autographs. Everybody can sign a backpack for everybody.
That's what's up. Oh, that's super cool.
Yeah.
Hey,
I noticed that. Did you notice that?
I noticed that.
And he said he didn't want to forget nobody. He pulled out a phone. Bro.
And we...
I was trying to... he shot our scenes. We were there. We were on set.
Y'all was there. Y'all was there. Y'all was there.
That's cool though.
I had to pull out my hacker skills, and I had to go in and pull the raw footage of our scene
because they
from
cut
Black
us.
America. They cut us.
They cut us from Black America, y'all.
Y'all, look.
But we gonna show you what it's supposed to be.
Check this out, y'all. Check this out.
I tell you.
Oh, that's Johnny, baby. Hey, he going off. Right.
Shit, man. Johnny, I guess he about to pull off. He about to go to Harvard.
He going to Harvard.
Man,
that's what I'm talking about. Johnny, make the block better, bruh.
You, baby.
Make the block better, bruh.
I love seeing a young black man getting out here, defying the odds, making something better of himself.
And bro, you had this car for 2 months, man, and you already got it dusty as hell.
Car is kind of dusty. You just got that.
Okay. Hey, bro, chill.
It's alright. It ain't like we got nothing illegal in the car or nothing like that, you know? Oh, police. $200, they ain't gonna make it.
I can't believe you want to bet on a black man trying to get out of here being harassed by the system. 3.
Run that.
Thank you.
Either they don't know, or they don't show, or they don't care. What's going on tonight?
There it is.
Y'all saw that?
Deleted
Y'all saw that?
saves. I promise.
It almost made it though, y'all.
It
almost made it.
I feel like now that I saw the trailer, it just didn't fit the motif. it didn't fit the motif. So yeah,
we understand.
Yeah,
but it still would have been nice if
Yeah,
y'all had kept us.
I got y'all next time. We gonna make it shake. We gonna make it shake.
Okay. All right. So
shout out to Tay. He's dying laughing in the comments.
And then Alan on there. Alan, if y'all know Alan Shepard, he plays Tommy, but he's the oldest guy in our group. That, you know what I'm saying, because everybody else we younger, he old.
Mm-hmm.
But no, out of all seriousness though, like that brother got some talent, man, and like. He pushed me to keep going because, you know, there's projects after this, but him and Tatum and my wife and E-Banks, I got to keep shouting him out. And, you know, even Jaren, man, they just, those brothers and my wife right there, man, God sent though.
That's what's up.
That's what's up.
That's what's up.
So, shout out to your wife. Hey, wife.
She got to go ahead, y'all, in case y'all can't see.
Yeah.
But, with the casting process of it all and having 18 people and everything, how long did the shooting take?
I mean, it varied on days. So, you know, we did the casting part at first, and when we did the casting, I did an ad on Instagram. So, I mean, we had people coming from everywhere: Atlanta, Alabama, Memphis, Chattanooga, and we did the auditions in Murfreesboro, and I mean, we had a great turnout. And shout out to everybody that did come out, including y'all. You know what I'm saying? But
popped in.
It was a real good turnout though, and you know, some of the parts that we picked was really hard. So in the beginning, shoot days was long. But then the more and more Tatum was filming it and we were getting everything together, we were able to shorten those days up a lot.
Nice.
Some days on the beginning, man, we was sun up to almost sundown. We was playing with fire, trying to make sure we got everything captured. But I mean, there's going to be several moments where, I mean, Tatum is cold at what he do, and we had the production and the lights and all that stuff that we needed. But I mean, 10 more minutes and it would have been black, like dark outside. And it makes a world of a difference in the film. So
And people don't realize it's easy to make a light scene dark. It's hard to make a dark scene light. That's the rule. Remember that, y'all. So
So other than like those days, what other like obstacles did you run into, like shooting it and getting it done?
So like a lot of me and Tatum, we played around a lot that people aren't gonna know like how our setup was, and they gonna think we had 20 people. You know what I'm saying? Helping out with production, because you gotta have somebody doing the audio, you gotta have the lights. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be able to hold up the reflector. And the first day, I had 2 people. I asked a lot of people, you know, if you don't make the film, would you like to be a part of the cast and the crew and help us? And almost everybody said yes, but that didn't happen.
No, never does.
So then what we had to do was, man, we put our minds together and we had to rig everything. So I mean, we put the mics on stands, so that was always somebody holding the mic because we had a mic stand. We had the reflector. I mean, we would just use a backdrop stand and
I saw that in the behind the scenes.
clip stuff to it. So I mean, it was a lot of rigging. It was a lot of rigging that was involved in what we did. And I mean, the microphone would be like right here and Tatum be like right over there, and you don't even see the mic in it at all. So I mean, it was great. It was
shout out to Tatum.
Shout out to Tatum. Definitely. But I mean, it was a lot of there was no crew. Just know that when y'all watch the movie, everything was done by us rigging it. We did not have a crew at all to help us with this.
Right. It's rough. That's probably one of the reasons that I just haven't shot yet. It's not just a crew, but you gotta have a dependable cast.
Yeah.
They gotta show up. and they gotta show up wearing what they had on 2 days ago in the scene because the day ain't passed in the continuity. You know, that's tough, man.
A dependable cast.
Yeah, we ran across that. There was only one person who I had to replace in the cast, but it turned out great because the person that replaced her, I wanted to cast her in it, and I hope she continues to work with us. But the role that I had for her was smaller than I thought what she would have accepted, because I mean she was good. She came in auditions and blew me away. And when we couldn't cast her, I was heartbroken. And I sent her an email. She never got it, and then it came up that we needed this person. And then she was still on board, and she came and did it. And I mean, she killed that role that she did.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Which actress was that?
Maria Ridley.
Maria Ridley. Shout out to Maria. Hey, shout out to Sydney. He in the comments tuning in, man. Y'all make sure y'all check out Let's Talk with Gales and Dean. For real.
Yeah, we got a show with Gales and Dean tomorrow too. 9 o'clock.
Oh, all right, man. Yeah, make sure y'all tune in.
Yeah, we
most
doing that.
Definitely.
Got the brothers coming on there, so yeah.
Okay, all right.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Real quick. So you mentioned Tatum and Ebanks and everything. Like, how long have those guys been doing it?
They've been at it for a while. In fact, what's just crazy, because I mean, there's a lot of stuff that ain't coincidental, man. And you know, meeting these two guys wasn't. We linked up. I got the picture in my phone from, I think it was 2019. We knew each other before then, but 2019 it was me, Tatum, Ebanks, and then Jaron Hampton, and we were talking about making a power move, you know, with the four of us together on working on something, right. And it never came to light yet, but I mean, I still got hope in it. I think that, you know, when we all get together, and there's a new one in the mix, Alan restarted a group chat with the four of us in it, and I told him the other day, you don't even know this was started back in 2019, you know, and me and him went on a long talk about it. Yeah, you know, everything happens in timing. You
it
know
happens
what I'm
when it's supposed to.
Yeah, facts.
You know, so
for sure.
But they've been at it for a while, man, and my hats is off to them. All videographers, you know. And people think I am. I ain't one. I tried to be one. But, you know, I bought the equipment, but
it's a lot too. It's a lot to go into. People don't.
That's
real. Realize you gotta have the mics. You gotta have the cameras. And then you got to know how to manipulate them things in the software. Then you got to realize, oh, I need to add sound effects while they're walking down this hallway. Okay, now I need the lights. You know, the lighting's got to be right. It's got to always be consistent. If the sun's over here, then it needs to be this way.
Yeah.
Blah, blah. There's a lot to it. It's more than just picking up the camera and just doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So...
I had it. I mean, I got all the equipment from cameras to mics to lapels to, you know what I'm saying, lights and all of it.
Right.
Hell, I don't know how to use it.
Wow.
I do what I can with it, though. You know what I'm saying? I do what I can with it. But I know that there's people out there that's way better than me. And I bought this equipment to film my own movie. But, you know, Ebanks did a short for me. And he used my equipment when he did it, and I edited it. But then it was just like, nah, this ain't it, bro. If you're going to go a feature film, you need to get somebody that does this. Right. And they're not going to just come halfway with it, which is, I went with Tatum.
But that's a key thing, and I think a lot of people might miss what you just said. You knew when, even though you had the idea, you had the vision, even though you put the money in and got the supplies, you still knew when there was a point that you needed a team, when you had to go outside of yourself.
Yeah.
Because some people will be so in their ego and honed in on one of, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to do everything from start to finish, and that's it, to where they'll handicap themselves. Because instead of going to get somebody that's experienced to go along with you, you know what I mean, and like you said, it becomes like this playing with fire, you know what I mean, catching the flame.
That's fact.
They'll handicap themselves because they just want to do it themselves, and it's like you think somebody might come steal your stuff, or you don't want to, or you got a problem with that guy, or you know what I mean, or I don't just trust this person with my and then they'll handicap themselves, and that final product yeah, it's complete, but it's not to the potential that it could have been. Like in the
facts.
And I see a lot of that, like especially when you see guys that in business. Like I see that a lot, like when it comes to like ads and stuff. Like where you go talk to somebody, and you're like, hey man, who does your marketing, your ads for you? Oh, I do it myself. It's all in house. You want somebody to like help you out with it? No, I got it. All right, but I mean, we can get some better results. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel that.
Like that's the key thing. Like believe in yourself and invest in yourself, but also be honest with yourself and know when a team is necessary. Not just something that you just might want to have because it takes some slack off, but having a team helps build that vision and grow it into what it truly like. Because when you're in your mind, you're looking at everything and it's perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like the all the stars are gonna align. You're seeing that perfect final product. You know what I mean? In your mind, you're not seeing the cut scenes when it just jumps. You know what I'm saying? You're not seeing none of that in your head. It's just all put together, complete masterpiece. And you need somebody to come in sometimes and help you get to that point. You know what I mean? But so that was a gem right there, man.
Yeah, so for me, man, I was already doing too much because, you know, I wrote it, I directed it, and Tatum co-directed with me. Alan Shepard was one of the acting coaches, like even getting on me and in front of the cast. And you gotta have people like that. You know, if I didn't say a line right that he felt like I should have performed better, he's like, no, stop, bro, stop. Look, you AJ right now. Sam, I need you to be AJ. You know what I'm saying? And you know, you need people like that in your life. And it's just, man, it was great to have that. And I appreciate him. Hats off to him. But you know, writing, directing, acting in it, man, it's like, bro, you cannot get behind the camera on this project. It's too big. You know what I'm saying? It's too big for you to try to do this. Get somebody that does what they do. You know what I'm saying?
Now, is this your first step into the film world? Is this your first foray into it? Like on a?
I'm gonna say yeah, because the two shorts I did, I ain't gonna count them.
Right.
I'm not counting them, and it's just because, man, like this is I'm used to writing. You know what I'm saying? Plays and doing, you know, a longer script and
dialogue heavy.
Yeah, and you know this movie here. You know, I've been sober now for 2 years, 8 months, and I was scared. I didn't think I could write no more. So I hadn't written anything, and you know, talking with my wife, talking with Jaren Hampton, and you know, they pushed me and inspired me to just try it. I mean, I tried it, and then as I started typing, man, on that keyboard, I couldn't stop, and it was better than what it was when I was in my addiction. You know what I'm saying? So that's what blew my mind. I thought that alcohol gave me the juice that I needed to be creative, and all in all, man, God gave that to me. So typing on that keyboard now, man, it's just whew. I love it.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. It's a natural rush.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Man, congratulations on the sobriety. 2 years, 8 months?
2 years, 8 months.
That's what's up, bro. That's what's so how long did it take you to write the movie?
Actual time, I took 2 years to write the movie because the movie was in the making. I started it. I wrote like 4 pages of it. And then I came back to it last year before auditions, and time I spent on it was about 30 days. Nice. So the next one, the movie that I'm working on next, because funny story is, if I didn't schedule auditions, I would have never finished that script. So we 12 days out from auditions, and I'm on page 17. And I was like, man, bro, what are you gonna do? So I gave myself a goal of 5 pages a day. It was 71 pages, I believe, in the script. I was on page 17, 12 days out.
So how long is the runtime?
About an hour and 40 minutes.
Good, cool.
So, you know, I was, I was pushing it, but I knew if I set that goal, that's just what I needed this time. The next go around, I'll have the new script done next month, because now you just got to sit there, put your mind to it, and it's a gift, man, where I can get creative and come up with stuff, and then my wife throws these ideas at me too, which help out a lot. So
you need a helpmate.
Yeah,
you need a helpmate.
Let's talk about the sobriety for a minute. I'm gonna tell you, I was worried about you at one point. I really was, man. I'm so glad to see you pull through. And be able to come out on top. You know what I'm saying? this is a success story, y'all.
Yes.
It's not just a movie; it's a success story. So,
for sure,
hats off to that.
I appreciate it.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
For sure. I like the way you framed that.
Yeah.
Success story,
Hey,
for sure.
what was that? How many seasons ago was that when he came on the first time?
Yeah, I was drunk.
It
made
first season.
good TV. It made bad reality, y'all.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That was season 1.
I almost removed the episode. I was like, man, I don't want to shine my guy in that light like that.
Yeah, man.
And I was like,
it's bad. It's bad.
I forgot all about that shit.
Yeah, bro.
Like, for real.
I remembered it as I was coming up here. I told my wife, I was like, man, the last time I was over there.
Just one time.
The last time I was over there. Yeah, so, man, it's a blessing to be here now, man.
Yeah,
because
bro, give me a bro. Yeah.
It's
look, whenever you do your documentary, you got to have both episodes in the documentary.
Yeah.
So.
You know, that past life is what inspired this next movie that I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of stuff that's gonna go down in that. Right now, where I'm at now, I hate to say it right now, but if I had to compare script to script, this script already is better than, let's say, if I'm going to the first 10 pages of this movie and I'm taking the first 10 pages of Black America, I'm taking a new one already. Like, it's already better. And it's like, it started off in a way that, you know, I changed it up real quick and I was like, no, I don't like this. I'm going to put this there. And then I told my wife about it and she was just like, yeah. I told my brother about it, same thing. It's just, I can't explain it, man. God gave me a gift to write. You know, I love acting more, but, you know, being able to come up with them stories, it's a gift, man.
Like, so the same way how, all right, if this is a success story, then this movie is like a championship. You know what I mean? Of him being able to make it to a certain point. But what he just described to you is Mamba mentality. He already got a championship and he already in the gym working on that next one. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like that, like I want y'all to take that in. Like when you hear about MJ always trying to go for the next one and then the next one and the next one, that's that mentality of getting through the mud and the hard part and then finding your stride, and now success not being just an event, but it's being a lifestyle. Yeah. It's not just something like, I was successful this one time, I did it. They're like, nah. Producing.
I'm gonna be honest with you though. I can't even take all the credit on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was so ready to be done filming this movie. I said I'm gonna take a break after this. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I'm gonna take a break.
Sound like me, though.
You know. And then I told the wrong person that. I said that in front of Alan Shepard, who I mentioned as the coach.
Acting coach.
And he was like, no, you're not. What you taking a break for? You ain't done this. You ain't done nothing yet. You can't take a break. What's next? And I was like, no. You ain't taking a break. You ain't made it to where you need to be yet to take a break. And you know what I'm saying? So then, after seeing the trailer with my wife, it was like, you know what? I'm gonna start on this next script. And then that's what happened. And then now I got to the point to where we just gonna keep doing it. After we get done filming, come up with the next script. You know what I'm saying?
Right. They said your shades are fire, by the way.
Oh, that's because I'm shouting him out. He liked that.
Wow. So okay.
Maya says
your next one is coming up.
You're
you're finishing your script soon. So when do you looking at maybe starting production with this?
All right. So the plan of the next film, which is Untitled, I'm playing with a few names, but I'm also getting with Tatum because, you know, me and Tatum, we a team, man. Yeah. And we came up with these ideas as far as what we gonna do together. So I run everything by him. Right. Even though I'm writing it, whatnot, I'm gonna run the title by him, and then I'm gonna come up with the script, and then everything. You know, we do auditions together. If he don't like somebody, then they don't get casted. You know what I'm saying? So I don't look at it as, you know, I wrote it, so I get to make the decisions. Nah, we make it all together. So what I'm looking at now, having this script done next month, we're gonna have auditions. Is gonna be the first week of June, as far as what I'm looking at.
Hey, write that down. Man.
And then
we're gonna show up. We're gonna have our demo reel. Yeah. Remember that time was in Black America.
First week of June, we looking for auditions, and then mid June we gonna look to start filming, because I want to have this one nipped in the butt this year, so that way we put out 2 movies this year.
Right.
So that's gonna be the goal.
Me and Brandon, we want to be the Black Jay and Silent Bob
of
the Houston universe.
y'all got it for sure. You know, with Black America, what's also so great is, you know, there's Sharon Pittman, Raw Shea Butter. That's her nickname and whatnot. She is from Memphis, and you know we weren't gonna cast her in the movie. She's the only person that got casted in the movie not in Middle Tennessee because we were worried about other people coming from Alabama, coming from Atlanta, all these places in regards to if they were gonna be able to make it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then you're gonna be running late. So we were hesitant on casting her, but then we casted her. She got the role, and she shared it. And when she shared it, her being in Memphis with it continually being shared, we got the CEO of the Memphis Film Festival reached out to us, and we got it. He wants our movie to be the special feature that they're gonna present there.
Hey, all right.
So
big blessing.
Yeah, but the thing is, we're entering Dances with Films.
Yeah.
And that's in Hollywood, California, and they're solely geared towards indie artists. So people like Denzel and all that can't enter this competition.
Right.
And that's what we're entering. Deadline's April 5th. So as soon as my cinematographer gets done, we're submitting it there, and in hopes that we gonna be in Memphis because it's the same time frame, and then we gonna have to fly to California to go out there to go sit down. That's the plan, man. That's the goal.
That's a hell of a run.
Yeah, that's nice, man.
Hell,
Two Live Bree said it's a movie tour, so we gonna go on a movie tour.
There it is.
Make sure y'all document it though.
Oh yeah,
because that's a movie within a movie.
Yeah,
for real.
I can do that with my camera. You know
That's
what I
right.
mean? That's
right.
unlimited.
Yeah.
I probably ain't though. I'm gonna have to get somebody because that editing, man, is different.
Yeah,
editing is different.
It's different,
for
bro.
real. For real. We just the trailer that y'all saw. You know what I mean? Like we after hacking it. You know what I'm saying? We threw that together. Like we're wearing the clothes.
Yeah, we are still in the clothes that we wore
in the
short. So
like that editing part. We ain't have time to change before the show.
Right.
Is what I'm getting to.
Right.
The editing part is a bitch. It was a bitch.
That editing ain't no joke, man.
Right.
For real.
Have you ever done any editing? Have you ever?
Yeah, man. I did videography. You know what I'm saying? At least I thought it was.
You thought it was.
You know,
what is color grade?
Exactly. You know, I didn't know, man. I shot people's weddings. Thank y'all, but I don't know why they picked me.
Right.
Because I was cheap. I think because I was cheap.
That does play a part.
But the thing is, you know, if it ain't somebody like y'all that know film, it don't look bad. But then when you take it out to, you know, people that know what it's supposed to look like, oh, it looks horrible.
Right.
Like I look at it and I compare it to other people's work, and I'm like, it's trash. I give it to them, it's so good, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I wanted to color grade that one, the little comedy skit we put together, but I just ran out of time.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna match bruh's color grade, and I'm gonna really throw it in there. And then I got to look at the time. I was like, I'm not. And it is what it is. You know what I mean? It's gonna be what it is.
Can't do it. Not this run.
Not this run.
Now, when it comes to the plays that you mentioned you had done, how many plays had you?
I did 8.
8 plays.
8 stage plays.
That's where it all started, right?
Yep, it all started from there. Because of how that happened and came about is, y'all know I do Martin Luther King speeches, and I auditioned when I went to MTSU for a Martin Luther King play. It was called The Meeting. It was 3 people in this play. It was Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, and a bodyguard. Now, at the time, that was before I even started going to the gym. So, I mean, I may have been 150 pounds soaking wet. And I made the play, but I didn't make Martin Luther. I didn't make Malcolm X. I made the bodyguard. And the guy they had playing Martin Luther King was like 6'4", 280. And it was like, how am I his bodyguard?
Right.
So what I did was, I remember going back, I was pissed, I was mad, and I told Dreddy, I was like, bruh, I'm finna write my own play.
Yeah.
He was like, no, you not. I was like, yes, I am. I'm finna write my play, and I'm finna start wearing suits every day. That's what I'm finna do. And that's what I did, man.
Yeah.
And then I said, if I do this, nobody else can tell me that I can't play the character that I want to play.
Right.
So that's how it all came about.
Period. I like that shit.
Yeah.
That was good.
It's Slick happened on accident. You know what I'm saying? It didn't happen on purpose. If I would have made that play, I don't know what would have happened. You know, if I would have made Martin Luther King, then I don't know if we ever would have seen me writing. Because before then, the last time I wrote was back in elementary school for the writing competitions. You know what I'm saying? After that, I ain't write nothing.
Right.
Now, are there any plays that you did that you want to turn into features now?
I thought about it, but nah. Because, you know, keep in mind, man, I was under addiction for a long time. It got worse and worse. And actually, even in the beginning when I started drinking, like, that's how I wrote. Like, I mean, I'll sit there, I'll write to 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, but I got my liquor or my beer right here, juicing myself up and, you know what I'm saying, typing. And then I wrote this one sober. So when I go back and I look at the plays that I did, people thought they were funny, yada, yada, yada. And it's like, I asked them, it was funny, right? And they're like, yeah, it was funny. What was it about? What's the storyline behind that? There's no answer. You know, it was just comedy is what I gave you. There wasn't no story. In Black America,
it was entertaining.
Yeah,
but it wasn't informative.
No, not at all. You know what I'm saying? In Black America is the complete opposite. Because one, it's not a comedy. Which was great. How you guys did that, so we can see the funny side of it. But it's a drama, and it was the hardest role I've ever played because I'm so used to being the comedian.
Yeah. So like, how was it? Like, talk about the substance of the film. Like, you know, getting to that subject matter. Like, how was that? Like, writing that. You know what I mean?
So like, it was inspired. We have inspired by true events with this movie because there's a lot of events that happened in my life that I put into the movie, from aspects of, you know, there's a poem that I didn't read and I can't say what it's about yet because then it's gonna kill that moment. I almost did, but
don't do that.
It's so much stuff that happened that I took bits and pieces from my life, turned it around, and then I also took bits and pieces of you know, what's happening in America, and kind of turned it around. So what's different about this film is that you got you see the side of Black America, how we feel. And then you see the side of the bad cops that's in America. But I put a special little twist on it. And I show the good side of the good cops and how they feel when they get scrutinized by the media, because we don't hear that, you know. So I want to include that in this film so that it's not I'm going against all cops, because all cops aren't bad. You know what I'm saying? I remember now you got a lot of bad cops. There's some good ones out there too, man. Because there's a couple times, I know at least one for sure, where I should have gotten arrested. And it was an old Caucasian cop, and I mean my tags was expired. I reeked of alcohol. Man, it was so much stuff. My license was expired. My insurance was expired. And I was here in Columbia going to a Sky Bar. And he pulled me over right before I turned in. And then, you know, he looked at me and he said, I'm going to let you go with this warning. So if you get pulled over again, you get him this. But you better go home right after this. And I said, officer, I'm going to go home now. And I turned around and I went home. You know what I'm saying? And the last thing he said to me was, now I just want you to remember, all cops ain't bad. Because he could have got me that day, man. So I actually included that in the movie. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of stuff that got included in there. So it made it easier to write for me.
That's what's up. Wow. So did you have any officers to speak to? Like that perspective of the cop that's not a part of it, but it is getting scrutinized. Like, do you have to like just do empathy and put yourself in them shoes?
Yeah, cause see, it's the fact that you said that, and it's great because that was my initial plan, was to go out and speak to those officers to see how they felt about it. But then I sat back and I thought, and I was like, okay, if I was a cop and I'm doing what's right, how would I feel about it? You know what I'm saying? So I kind of wrote it from that perspective of it. I think I could have touched on a little bit different that I went that way.
See, but I don't know if I would have. It's like, because that's such a, hey man, you know, like when stuff be happening, how do you be feeling? Like, it's such a random, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
and you don't want the message to get washed in political correctness. Right? You know what I'm saying? That's another thing too. So you don't want your message with your Black America film to just get too like, you know, it was about that kind of, and then he kind of he went kind of politically correct. You know? No, just convey your message.
Yeah. That's the way it went, man.
Yeah.
So
I clean up the mess later. Clean up the mess later, y'all. On podcast interviews. So, wow. So, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. My bad.
So, other than this, you also do real estate.
Yes.
Yes. Tell us a little bit about that.
You know, man. Hopefully, I'll still be doing real estate after all this is said and done. I'm definitely gonna keep doing it as long as I can. But you know, the market's changing a little bit. Buyers are able to, you know, do a lot more. You know, get sellers to pay their closing costs, things of that nature. So right now is a good time to still buy. So people are looking to buy. Interest rates are up, but the house prices, you can get them for cheaper than what you could have, you know what I'm saying, this time last year. This time last year, you're getting 20 bids that come in on one house, where now you are selling your house, you trying to just catch one. You know what I'm saying? So the market has shifted to a good side for buyers. A lot of buyers are listening to what the media is saying, with it being the market gonna crash. They said that in 2020 when COVID hit, and it did the exact opposite.
Yeah,
you know, you can't predict if the housing market is gonna crash. It just don't happen.
So, how do you feel with you being, you know, involved in real estate? We seeing a lot of homes that are being bought up by companies now, rather than families. Like, how do you feel about that? And how does that affect your work?
So it's slowed down a little bit from how it was usually happening before, and then now a lot of the times they're not going to win it, because those companies now, they were paying, you know, last year they'll come to you and give you a cash offer of $50,000 over asking price.
Right.
Now they sending you an offer $50,000 less than asking price.
Right.
So they're getting kicked out of. They're getting kicked out of this now.
I'm glad to hear that.
We're so we're starting to see more people that actually going to be living in those homes, living there. Because a lot of sellers aren't going to settle for, you know, they selling their home for $350,000 and you only going to offer me $300. No, I'll wait and get this. And what they're trying to do is they're trying to scare people and saying, okay, you're going to be on the market. Yeah, you may be on the market a little bit longer, but you tell me when $50,000 is worth 30 days on the market.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you just, unfortunately, you got some people that just, they have to go ahead and sell it, so they will sell it to them. And, you know, I love when I see that these people that are doing that and buying them at that price. I love seeing them houses sit on the market for rent because they can't sell them, or rent them out, or they can't sell it because they're trying to sell it back for a lot more than what they bought it for.
I was real worried. I was like, man, all these companies are buying up these homes. They're leveraging their company credit and everything. And I was really worried how the economy was going to turn out, because, you know, it makes a whole block of renters, and all the owners on that block that actually live and own in their house, that drives their property value down, you know? So I was worried people weren't even going to be able to own anything. They're just going to be, you know, lifelong renters because companies have bought them up.
Yeah, and that's the sad part about it. That's what I hate, because I mean I work with and help a lot of buyers, and what I love the buyers I love the most are first time homeowners. You know what I'm saying? I done worked with several couples and people that even in their 70s that, you know, they're first time homeowners, and it's a good feeling when you're able to help somebody out like that. But it's programs that's out there, and when you have a realtor that can negotiate your contract to get you the best deal possible, you can literally, you know, if you get approved for a THDA loan or a USDA loan, you know what I'm saying, those are government backed loans, you can literally have $3,000 to your name, put it down as an earnest deposit, and then get a $2,000 check back when you close, and then you just moved into this home for $1,000 because it's programs that are paid for your down payment and your closing costs. You just got to get approved for them. You get approved for them. You got to have a 640 or higher credit score for those programs specifically. But even outside of that, there's, you know, I got lenders that offer 1% down programs, and it's so many different programs that people, instead of, you know, trying to research it and do it on their own, they need to contact somebody and see what they can do.
And it's really not hard to get that 640. There's all kind of ways you can play with your credit to get that 6. That's not an impossible.
There's a lot of stuff on your credit that you can knock off.
Yeah, you take it off. That's what I did. I mean, I ain't gonna front. You know what I'm saying? My credit was messed up before, and then when I realized that I need to do something about it, all I literally did was pay the stuff off on my credit. Once that stuff got paid off, I seen each check I got. I just took a check and I would take a portion of that check and then I would pay off this account. And it was all little, like $300, $200. Wasn't nothing big. You know what I'm saying? But I just didn't care. And then when I cared, it was like, okay, take this check, take some money, pay this off. So then everything got paid off. Then once it got paid off, I started getting credit cards. Then when I started getting credit cards, you keep that balance down below that 30 percentile mark, man. You watch that. I watched my credit increase over 100 points in less than 6 months.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's ways to where you can. It's discipline. You know what I'm saying? You got to have discipline, and you got to know that your credit is worth something. You don't have good credit, it can really hold you back.
So I'm gonna add to that a little bit. You can use. There's a Boost program, and what it'll do is it'll go into you sync your bank account. It'll go into there, and it'll read everything that you pay monthly, consistently. HBO Max, Disney Plus, utilities, and it'll count that towards your credit. It'll bump your credit score. And if you're scared of credit cards, they've got a card called the Extra Card. Okay, it works like a debit card. And what you do is you'll slide it and you'll use it. It'll put a 2 or 3 day hold on that amount like a credit card, and then it'll automatically draft it and put it in there. It will not let you overdraft your bank account. So when it drafts your payment to pay that off, it will register that as you paying your card early. So it helps bump your credit also. So check that out.
Facts. So I utilized that, and credit.com has something similar. So whenever I was doing it, I used both of them.
Right.
And, had them both messing with my credit and helping me out too. So.
And what I did, you can just go look and start disputing the stuff because there's over 800 points that it has to hit to even show up on your credit. So if you go look at all the points that it has to hit to, like in the criteria to show up on your credit score, and you go through and you start disputing some of them charges. But I had like 2 things that were on my credit that didn't have a dollar amount. It was just on there.
Right.
I didn't know how much I owed.
Right.
So I disputed them, and because there's no actual amount on it, it just came right on off.
Wow.
So look at all the points that somebody has to hit to be able to have something on your credit at all. So do that too. Get you some credit cards. Make sure you discipline. And then send us a little letter, a little note, a little Christmas card or something. You know what I'm saying? A little gift card.
Send us some stars.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah. I gotta apologize for the dog. I got a dog that just had puppies, and she's
talk about it.
Pissed the fuck off. She's pissed off.
Man.
She don't want nobody to do nothing.
My
like,
God.
don't you move in the house? Don't you talk in the house? I'm just back here with these puppies. And I got a nice size house. It ain't no tiny house. She got her own room that's bigger than some of your kids' room. Okay? And she's still a bitch. Still a bitch.
Still. But the puppy's gonna be fire.
Man. Micro bully.
Yes. Trying to tell you.
Yes.
It's so fire.
Yes. You got any pets?
Kids.
You got kids? Yeah. Are they housebroken?
Got two of them. I don't know. Maybe they housebroken.
Kids housebroken. They don't act like it.
Oh, no. They don't act like it. I would have sworn they were, but they
shit on the floor.
They regressed back. It was good the first 4 years.
That actually happened before too. I remember I put a video up one day on Instagram because I got in there. I went to my son's room one morning, and I mean it was just all over the bathroom floor, and I was like, "You kidding me?"
What happened?
It's like you decided just to walk.
No, you just walk while you doing it.
The walking drops.
The walking drops, exactly.
It is.
Yo.
Wow.
That almost happened one time, but Phoenix, that's my littlest boy. He had the bathroom door open, so he's hopping off like just clearly not done, just still peeing a little bit. He hop off. I walk past the whoa. pick them back up. No, you stay up here.
Stay right here, bro.
I got the towel. I'm wiping around. This is not what we do. This is not what we do.
I feel it, man.
Potty training's tough.
Yeah,
it's tough. Kids can tell you, they tell you how to turn the Xbox on. They tell you how to play the game, but don't want to tell you when they got a shit.
No,
that's true.
No,
I don't know why.
Trying to get a kid to understand you got to shake it at the end.
Yeah.
I know it feels over. It's not over. You gotta. Man, that's a test right there.
Yeah.
I can teach you how to work on the fucking tablet. Fuck the tablet.
That's what they figure out how to work on their own, right?
Yeah. But you don't realize that wet spot is always gonna be there. Man. So your next movie project, do you think the cast will be just as big, like 18 people?
Nah, man, we gon' with everything that we doing, like it's gonna be on another scale. We gonna either have to I feel it, man. Either we gonna have to extend the time that we're doing auditions, or we gonna have to set it up in 2 days. Cause I'm a firm believer when you speak stuff into existence, it happens. Yeah, your tongue is powerful. Yes. Your tongue is powerful. Yes. And even today, man, and some people may call me crazy after I say this, but I don't care. I was in church. I go to First Baptist.
I go to church.
And Pastor McCarroll today, man, the subject line where he came from was everything today was geared, and keep saying I don't know who I'm talking to, and it's like talking to me right now. Right. Like he came from the book of Samuel, and that's how you say it. But people that know me, when I say my name, I say it's Samuel. Pastor gets up there and he was like Hannah. And remember this name Hannah that I'm telling y'all right now. Okay. He said Hannah had a son named Samuel. I was like, oh, hold on. Looked over to my wife, and she looked at me, and she's like, don't start. And I'm like, okay, because we have a debate on how to say my name. Okay. Samuel. And then it's like, okay, and he's sitting there talking. Over.
No, I got your back, girl. Fuck Brandon. It ain't over. How you want to say his name?
Yeah,
it's over. Come on now.
This is what I'm saying. How this was going, man. And he's talking and he's saying all this stuff, and then he talks about when Hannah went to Eli and what happened, and then Eli, told her what she needed to do. The subject line was you got to keep going, you can't stop. And then it was like you need an Eli in your life. And I started thinking, who's the Eli? He said, when you get that Eli, they ain't gonna let you stop. They gonna make you keep going. And Alan Shepard is an Eli for me. Jonathan Tatum is an Eli for me. My wife is an Eli for me. You know what I'm saying? These people are pushing me, and it was so much that just kept going. And I was like, wow. He said Samuel. He's literally naming all of this stuff, and he said it's about to be a breakthrough that's coming. I don't know who I'm talking to, but you done enough. Yeah, it didn't happen back then, but it wasn't supposed to. I've been talking about that. That's me and Tatum was supposed to work together years ago, but we never did. Right. Now all of a sudden, this is the right time. I've been saying that for this movie. This time, so he's going in on all this stuff. Then at the end of it, he's sitting there, he's talking, and I'm like, okay. I told my wife, I ended up in tears in church, and then we're leaving, get to her mom's house to pick up the kids. I opened up my phone and I went to Instagram, and then it said you have a new follower. Her name was Hannah. Oh. Not only that, she was verified. It was a verified check mark. So I said, is this God telling me that what you just heard is now verified? So then I said, "Oh,
that's what the
man,
Spirit told you. That's what it is."
Wow.
Yeah.
So
no such thing as coincidence.
Don't get me started. We finna take this thing to a whole nother level, man. Right. It's just one thing that I know I got to do is stay humble. Stay humble during this whole process, because I know how good this movie is. I know how good this script is. What the next one's gonna do. When we go to these film festivals, man, we really gonna shake it up. Right. So I'm proud to say, man, I'm from Columbia, Tennessee, and we finna do something.
That's what I'm talking about, bro. Yeah, hell yeah.
So look, I'm gonna tell you a story.
That's hard.
I was at a
testimony. You right, Tay?
Shoot. I was at a certain local restaurant here in town. Right, as a video guy myself, people try to check you every now and then. This cat at the register was like, you saw Sam was about to put his movie out, right? I said, yeah. He said, when you gonna put a movie out? I looked at him, I said, I approached Sam probably 15 years ago about turning his films into movies.
The plays.
Yes!
Mm-hmm.
I approached, don't you try and check me. Don't you try and check me.
Don't do that. Don't do that, man. Yeah, nah.
I approached him years ago. Don't do that.
And that's the stuff, man, for me that, you know what I'm saying, I always remember. That's why I wanted to come back to the show. Right. And you know what I'm saying? I wanted to reach out to you to do this. So this is the first podcast of several that I'm going to be doing.
This is your promotional tour.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but
you got to start it off on the mothership.
You got to remember where you came from, man.
Right.
And that's something that I'm always going to remember and never be forgetful about is that, man. Cause
we always support, man. People think it's like, on the outside looking in, they think like this, because of like hip hop and rap, like we're not hostile like that on the video.
Oh, nah.
If Sam called me tomorrow and was like, hey man, I need you to do this and that and this and that, and it wasn't video, I would still do that for Sam. Like there's no like Juke calls me if he needs me. I don't, Brandon if he needs me. Brandon does video, so it's not like that. Because we all know the more hands you got helping,
jeez,
you definitely know it now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like,
that's big facts.
Just imagine if me and Brandon was standing there helping your director, the things that could have got, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
that stuff is so like, the team is important.
The team is,
and you
critical.
only realize that when you really get in the thick of it. When you in the thick of it, and you like, damn.
You in the thick of it?
In the thick of it. Right. When you in the thick of it, you like, man, I need like 4 more me's.
Yeah.
Facts. If I had 4 more me's, it would be great. Great. I just want to shit and act today. I don't want to do nothing else. You know what I mean? Shit, act, eat.
That's it.
Don't ask me nothing technical. You feel me?
I feel you though.
So, yeah.
Now I want to ask about like distribution wise, like so after the film festivals, what are you gonna do with Black America?
Oh, we gonna be on all the platforms. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm speaking everything into existence. So knowing that Netflix is the biggest one out of all of them that we're going to tackle, and to find out from trying to see how you get on Netflix. Winning a film festival is one of the ways your indie film makes it. I know we in there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The rest of them, it's a lot easier to get on Tubi, Hulu. I almost said Hulu. Hulu.
Amazon
all
Prime.
Amazon Prime. Like my goal is to go all of there, but we're also looking to aim into the theaters, into the indie side of the theaters. So you can get your films played. You reach out to the indie department. So I mean, I did all my research. See, for this even for this next film, what we gonna do is it's stuff that you can do. Anybody can go and do it. If you want to block off a street to film, you can do it. You just got to do it in advance. You go file unless it's a block party thrown downtown Columbia. You can just do that, you know what I'm saying? But everywhere else, man, all you have to do is you go to the courthouse, you fill out
Columbia.
Columbia, just go do it, bro. Go do it. Hey, go do it.
We shot hustle. We were walking down the main street with the courthouse in the background, 4 rappers.
Hey,
and we were just walking
the street. Hey,
in the middle of the street.
In the middle of the street.
Yeah.
That's all you got to do.
Yeah.
But you literally, man, you go to the courthouse, you fill out an application, you pay $50 fee, and then it's got to be a time in advance, and then so like 3 months is what they saying you typically need. And then man, I can be down there, we'll block off the streets, we're gonna do all that. We're gonna see all of this in the next production because I'm gonna do everything faster and sooner, and then this next production is just gonna be on a bigger scale because we gotta be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
that's what's up. That's what's up.
But this film we trying to put everywhere, man.
Yeah, because I can't wait to see it on. Because I thought for sure, like like Tubi. Shout out to Tubi, y'all cool. But I like Amazon. You know what I mean? Like especially after seeing those other independent films like blow up off Prime. You know what I'm saying? And then you see them like on Hulu and everything. So I was like, oh, bro, he got a feature film.
Yeah.
Bro, he can So that's why I was just curious. Like, I'm gonna be excited to see that. I can't wait to like see it on Netflix. You know, when you scroll.
Yeah, right there.
That's gonna be.
I don't know how I'm gonna feel. You know, I told
you gonna cry. It's okay.
It's like how, what am I gonna do when it happens? Because I know it's gonna happen. And you know, I've never been this confident about something. But people that truly know me, I speak everything that I talk about into existence, because I truly believe. When you believe something, like even when I was having my kids, I knew I was having a boy. I knew I was gonna have a girl. You know, I'm telling everybody it's a boy. What if it's a girl? It's no. What if it's not gonna be? Or what if it's a boy? Like I know it's a boy. But what you gonna do if it's a girl? I don't think you understand me. It's not gonna be a girl. It's a boy. And then the reverse factors came when it was my daughter being born. It was like it's gonna be a girl. Like, what if it's a boy? No, it's a girl. You know what I'm saying? You can't convince me, because I already know what my tongue can do and what I believe. It's gonna come. It's gonna come true. So this right here, man, I speak it. Everybody know, man. If I'm speaking it, if I say I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do to get there. And
can we take a minute?
Yeah.
To speak into existence some winning Powerball numbers. Okay. Go.
Hey man, I ain't gonna believe it if I say it, but I ain't never played Powerball. I don't even know how it works. How many numbers do I gotta say?
I don't know. I do the quick pick.
See,
so we need to speak.
Give me 8 numbers. Give me 8 numbers.
No, don't even say that. Say we're gonna hit a winning on a quick pick. Then we ain't even gotta have numbers. We just got a quick pick.
Man, if you believe it, all you gotta do, man, when you believe something and you truly believe it and you speak it and you keep speaking it, it's gonna come true, man. And then you have other people starting to speak it with you.
Right.
And then when you have all of these tongues speaking this, man, it's bound to happen. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna happen. You just you really gotta believe that it's gonna happen.
I truly believe that, because I say shit over and over again all the time. Where am I going?
Africa,
bruh. They know.
Yeah,
they
know.
Just know. I don't need. There's no ifs, ands, or one day I'm dipping on y'all.
I got you.
Tell y'all
going to
I'm
Africa.
gone.
Yeah, keep speaking it, bro. Keep
this is the point now. Like even my son's moms and stuff, they get to the point where they're like, all right, so when you leave, are we coming with you? No. I said, me. Yeah, what are you talking about? I said, they can come. This ain't no we go.
Yeah, I got you.
But it's to the point now where, like, if you keep on saying it, then not only do you convince the people around you, convince the universe. You know what I'm saying? Like, God hear you, and he like, oh, you for real. All right, I see you, bro. Let me sprinkle some blessings on you. I see it. All right, he's serious down there.
That since I've been sober, man, that's exactly what he's been doing for me. You know, he stripped me of everything back during that last time. You know what I'm saying? And everything. I mean, I stripped down to my drawers, basically, man. Only thing I had left with my name on it was my car. I lost everything. And man, just watching how being faithful just changes that, you know what I'm saying, and what he'll do, and just keep speaking what you spoke. And man, these blessings they coming down, y'all. Y'all really gonna be in a movie though, is what y'all don't know. You know what I'm saying? We gonna have I got you. You still gonna do this? You gonna
I am there.
Cut the camera to them real quick, y'all.
I got Sam on the phone.
It's June. You know it's June. It's first week of June, nigga. Where you at?
We've been brushing up on our John Q.
I'm coming in full Denzel. I'm telling you this last time. I'm gonna tell you. I'm coming in full Denzel.
Hey, I heard that.
Shit. Well, I do want to ask though. I have to ask. When you were going through your sobriety, did you do any fasting? Did you do any what was a way? Because I'll be honest, I like to drink, and it's to the point to where I'll think in my head I should go. Like I might go 2 days, but by that third day, it ain't.
I feel you.
Okay, so the most I could do is what's 12 hours after 48? 60. About 60 hours. I get 2.5 days in. Then it's over with.
See,
so what was your break past the wall technique? How did you prove to yourself you could do it?
Man, I went to rehab, and if I ain't go to rehab, it was never gonna happen. And it was because Because it was hard, man.
You was able to know when you needed external help.
Yeah, I had to,
Go
man.
ahead, bro. I'm learning.
Losing everything that I lost, it was like I ain't got nothing else to lose but my life at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So if I don't get it together, then I'm going to leave my kids without a father. I may have taken their life with me because I drank all the time.
Right.
So it was just like, you got to do something. And it was a wake-up call for me. So I checked myself into rehab. I was ready to leave that first day. But it's not like that, you know what I'm saying there. So I made it through those 30 days, and it was a challenge. And then getting out in the real world, everything was a trigger for me because I drank when I did anything.
Right.
So it didn't matter if I was driving. It's a trigger because I drank when I was driving. So, I mean, everything was a trigger. And I prayed in rehab on day 3. I remember saying a prayer to God to help me. I need you right now. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't do anything. And then it was so hard on that 4th day because I prayed so hard. He made it easier. I ain't gonna say it was easy, but he made it so much easier. And I was able to get through that day 30. Got out. I just I kept praying about it, and the longer and longer I stayed in it, the easier it became. You know
That's
what
what's
I'm saying?
up.
Now it's hard. They got non-alcoholic beers. Heineken 0.0s. You probably see the commercials all the time and don't know that you just see the Heineken. It's probably the non-alcoholic one though. Because I haven't seen the Heineken commercial that's advertising the actual beer itself. It's
For real?
Heineken. Yeah, Heineken 0.0. I drink those.
Okay.
I do. It's 0% alcohol.
It's still refreshing though.
It tastes like a Heineken. And I got them the day I got out of rehab, and they was like, "You can't do that. You're gonna trigger yourself to get. Don't speak that stuff on me.
Right.
Don't tell me I can't have the same friends. I can't go to the same places."
Let me ask you. This is a serious question here. You said you lost everything. All right, and then just take this question in from just an open standpoint.
I got you.
Do you feel like you earned those stripes? When I say you earned those stripes, do you feel like you, by doing drinking and living recklessly, do you feel like you earned losing everything?
Oh yeah, for sure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like being the father. I grew up in church and all that stuff, and being who I was and what I knew, what I know about God and all of that. Yeah, he stripped me because it was like I was spitting in his face. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't doing nothing as far as when I was a child and I was growing up. I got to college, man. I was wilding out. Like I ain't drinking nothing before I went to college.
Damn.
And then after that, I mean, I forgot who I was, and with alcohol, it made me a different person. Now I respect the people that can drink and drink responsibly. Like I wish I could do that, but I can't. So I know for me, I'm never gonna drink again. I can't take a sip of nothing because I abuse it. You know what I'm saying? And the people that can drink, man, like I let my wife, she won't drink sometimes, and I have to.
I offered her a drink, I said, "Need some wine?" I didn't even think about,
But it's okay though. Yeah. Like that stuff doesn't bother me because she can hold herself. She drinks responsibly if she does drink. And that was one of the things they were talking about in rehab. Is I got to tell my friends they can't drink around me. Why? They don't have a problem. I do. So it's not fair if I'm getting jealous and you can't bring this over my house. Yeah, you can. Just be responsible, bro. Don't get drunk on me now. But you know what I'm saying? I can be around it and it not affect me. You know what I'm saying? So
that's what's up.
That's the biggest thing for it. Yeah.
That's strength.
And I feel like, whatever you believe in, God, faith, energy, whatever it may be, when you stray away from that path that you're supposed to be on, you're going to go through some punishment for that. When you're not living that potential and when you're not doing what you were put here to do and using the abilities that you were blessed with, you're going to deal with the consequences. And that's part of that stripping your everything.
Everything, man.
Yes.
I'm talking job, place where I was living, everything. I lost my family, you know what I'm saying? And to watch God when I got my life back on track, and I just started watching him get his back to me. And he gave this back to me. Then he gave this back to me. Then he put this on top of what I already didn't have. And it was it kept coming. And it's still coming. Like I pray every night and I thank him for what he's done, what he hasn't done but is gonna do, and what he's doing right now, because he's doing so much for me that I can't go and not thank him for it, man.
Right.
Talking about, man. I love that.
He'll tell you if he's going through a streak of bad luck. The first thing I said, "What you been doing?" And like it throws people off, but
it's real.
That's
it's
what
real.
we've been doing. Let's go down this road for a minute. I can tell you.
This past week has been a streak.
Hey,
bro.
But you done went down through it.
I swear.
I handed him part of my good luck. I said, "Here you go, bro."
Man,
I said, "Here,
man."
you
It was
this.
to that point. He was like, "Whoever grave you shitted on,
That's what I told him.
Go apologize." He was like, "What is going on?" I'm like, "I don't know what's going on. It just keeps going bad." He was like, "Yes, it does."
You need to, whatever you're doing, you need to stop right now,
man.
So,
crazy. But you got anything else, man?
No, we got about 10 minutes left.
All right. Well, then I want to get into when it comes to the films, and I know you got your next one, but when the directing side of things, do you think that you'll? Because I like directing. That's what I want to do. Like that's like if I hit the Powerball, I'm still gonna direct them.
I got
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like. So when it comes to directing, are you going to get into just that, like, or does it have to be a project you wrote that you are in?
Yeah, are you up for acting?
Well, let's put it in this order. All right. So
All right.
what I love to do out of all of those, writing, acting, directing, the most is acting. So what I'm the best at is writing. So, but those are going to be, you know what I'm saying, my top two. And then directing, I'd rather have somebody that comes in there and directs. Because like Alan was doing, as far as he was, doing the coaching, like, I want that. I need that. I'd rather have that. And then I can focus solely on acting and writing. But taking on another thing and directing it, I ain't big on that. I'd rather,
It's a lot. It's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
You feel it in your shoulders.
And then I like to act so much, which is why I write myself into what I'm writing myself into. You got people like Jaron, who's my fellow playwright. He'll write a script and he give himself the smallest role. I told him, I don't know how you do that, bro. Like, I can't sit back and watch everybody else putting on the show. And it's like, I'll take myself out a scene or two, but you only did a scene or two.
I do that too. We wrote a script. I said, I'm gonna be a homeless guy. No speaking roles, really. Just
That's hard for me, man. It's hard for me because I love acting so much that I want to be a part of it. But directing ain't bad. If it's something that I wrote, I can do it. And the reason why, because there's scenes that I'm not in this movie, several scenes, in fact. And the scenes that I'm not in, I got to sit back, I got to watch, I got to direct. Same thing with plays. Whenever I was doing those, when I was off, I got to focus more on the acting there. And when I write it, it's like I'm watching this beauty that I wrote come to life. The words on the paper turn into life, man. A real life thing that's happening. So
that's what's up.
Acting, writing, directing. That's in that order how I go though.
Man. See, I think both of our things is, regardless of what y'all just saw, like we stray away from the acting part because we have so many ideas that to execute them, I already know I have to be behind the camera. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he already knows like to pull this off, we can't just be like, hey, you good? You behind? You got it right? All right, let's it's just the script we writing is like a sci-fi romantic toxic ass thriller type. You know what I mean? But it's cool, but it's a lot of different layers that make it like introspective and they tie in throughout it type deal to where it's like, all right, to really pull this off and make sure that this camera is angled the right way and framed the right way and make sure that everything is hitting this mark, we gotta be behind the camera. So no matter how we want to be in front of, like, now we're faced with the situation where I have to be one of the roles. That's like after like going through like 4 people trying to cast it. And that's why bro was like, it's hard to try to find a dependable cast. So the fact you got 18 of them, shout out to y'all.
right.
Man,
that's a great feeling though, man. Like when you write something and you have like people, even it goes back to, I remember when my first play I had auditions. I think my first auditions I ever had, we had like almost 20 people and there was 12 or 13 people that was in the play. We had about 20 people that showed up. I wanted more, but I still was mind blown that I had that many people that show up for auditions, man. You got people that actually believe in you, trust you, don't even know you, ain't read your script, don't know nothing about nothing, and they come. And I mean, that's just, it's humbling. It's a humbling experience to know that, you know, people trust your work to where they'll come out and they'll audition for it. So you'd be surprised if you put something on and then host auditions, how many people actually gonna show up.
Because that's what I was like that subconscious of, dang, nobody gonna show up is why we always just been reaching out one-on-one. Hey, you interested? You want to do this? And then they be like, or they don't hit back. All right, we're gonna reach out to one more person. Hey, but like doing a whole like audition, like a call. I just internally, I'm like, bro, if it's only 2 people in the line, bro, that's gonna hurt my feelings. I
know the feeling of it, but you just gotta go through with it, man. Cause to be honest, bro, like it don't matter. The biggest secret that I got about myself is a lot of people don't know because I do so much, but I'm really a shy person. And the way I get out of that shell is by doing what I do. You know, if I don't do it,
you're forcing yourself to be an extrovert.
I force it every time. Every speech I've ever done, my heart is racing. Every time the camera cuts on and I'm recording, in the beginning, my heart is racing. You know, even coming here, heart racing. But then once I start it, it slows down. It slows down. But no matter what I'm at, I don't care if it's 2 people, 3 people, 10 people, 1,000 people. You know, I spoke in front of lots of people, and I'm gonna be nervous every time. But I get shy, and I force myself to do it every time.
That live speaking is. I can barely make it through.
Yeah, it's nerve-wracking, man.
I had to come behind, who was that, the vice mayor?
Yeah, at the show.
I had to come behind the vice mayor talk?
Oh, no.
Wait, you got the vice mayor talking. And now you want this nigga from Detroit to talk? We talking about equality and all this stuff. I'm like, I'm in an interracial marriage. You're not married relationship, you know? Like, and we you want me, okay.
See, and I'm able to hide behind my poetry, right? My poetry speaks for me. I just come out and say my little poem, hey, I'm Brandon. And then
they be looking at me like, okay, it's time to speak some knowledge. You know, like, damn, I'm that in the equation. Me. Okay. Here we go. And I pull through, but
you did great.
I be digging deep in my ass to pull that
I believe it, bro. That's the way it is, and that's what I want to tell people is just one of the things. Even what we learned in real estate is, you know, if you want a successful business, you got to do what makes you uncomfortable. So if you want to succeed in something, and you're gonna have to do, if you want to succeed and you're doing what you're doing right now and you're not succeeding, then you need to do something else. And it's probably gonna be what you don't want to do, and that's doing the uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? So for me, because I do like to act, whatever the case may be, I get uncomfortable. But I soon get comfortable in my uncomfortableness. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's just,
you adjust to that cold water fast.
Yeah, that's what it's about each time. Like when we had a premiere, first off, I'm probably not gonna be able to sleep the night before. But then the day that it happened, I mean, I'm watching ticket sales. I see ticket sales every time somebody buy a ticket. My phone go off, and it's just, man, it's humbling. Like, dang, you just bought 4 tickets. You just bought. I know that. Yeah, like it's like it's great, and I'm seeing how many people are gonna show up, and I know when that day comes and I get here and I got to speak in front of everybody, the one thing that I'm gonna worry about is my voice shaking. And I asked my wife, I be like, was my voice shaking? She's like, no, I didn't hear it. I felt it. Right. And I feel it shaking, but it don't. How it don't come out shaking? I don't get it, man. I don't know how that don't work. But then first like 10, 15 seconds, I feel it in my voice that it's shaking.
But you got to work through it.
Yeah, you just work through it. That's really what it is. And then it gets.
Nobody else could tell. Exactly.
After doing this little, the promo tour you're doing stuff, that'll help. A lot. You know what I mean? Coming to that bad boy's empty. It was only 2 in there. When you handed me the box with 2, I was like, oh, you done fucked up. You fucked all the way up. You done handed me 2.
Yeah, doggy.
Nah, hey. So, what can we expect for the premiere?
What's the setup?
Man, the premiere is gonna be, May 12th, Friday. Opry Mills doors open at 6:15. We cannot sell tickets at the door, but I expect tickets to be sold out by that time anyway.
Okay.
If they stay on the pace that it's staying at.
Nice.
And I mean, we gonna, like I said, I'm getting promo bags. It's gonna be vendors that's out there.
Right.
Everybody's gonna get a chance to meet and mingle with
Got
the
some
cast.
ribs out there.
I don't think they sell ribs.
No, are you gonna have some ribs out there?
I ain't gonna have no ribs.
Rib man, hey, ribs in the movie.
But you know,
Rib place outside.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Come outside. What are y'all doing, bro? You said you ain't have them, so we figured.
Yeah. Who that will be there
somebody
selling
gonna
ribs
make
and
me
barbecue? DJing on some little
Somebody
speakers.
gonna make
Some
me
little
shake.
speakers. We gonna bring the DJ set up outside the theater.
Black America.
This is what we do in Black America.
Everybody didn't make it.
But you know, we're gonna have a red carpet, which you know y'all will be at for me. The cinematographer that's gonna capture everything that night, and you know, being able to take pictures with the cast.
Yeah.
Everybody gonna get their own bag that we'll personally sign for everybody doing the meet and greets, and I mean that's it. We expect it for a great show. I'll have the title of the new movie way before then, because we'll be having auditions shortly after that. So that's
Okay.
I wanted to wait till auditions. I wanted to wait for this to the movie to drop before we do auditions for the next one, because I want people to see what they're gonna be involved in.
Yeah.
Have you thought about getting some independent people and getting maybe their movie trailers, playing them before your movie?
No, I ain't thought about that.
I know of a couple people. Y'all can swap trailers. And
Yeah, that'd be dope. Because one of the things that I'm doing that's different is I reached out to indie artists and artists around here in Middle Tennessee, and that's the music that I want to use for the film. And that's something that I always am going to want to do. Like, I don't want to use big names, no matter how big
it's hard to get them cleared, and then they want to take your shit down.
Yeah, I like the indie artists and giving them that floor and that ceiling to where, from now until forever, that's going to be one of the things that I'm always going to use. Because, when you watch that trailer, that the woman that's singing, she's not famous,
Beautiful song.
Beautiful. Yeah. And my cinematographer got that song off of a website that allows for artists upload their music for you to use it like that. I mean, she's on IG. She got like 10,000 followers, but she's not famous or none of that stuff. But I want to use actual artists that I know of. So I have people send, if you're watching and you want to send something, send it to blackamericafilm@gmail.com. I'll send that over to my cinematographer, and then when he's done with the editing, which will be here shortly, we're gonna plug that music in. I want to use indie artists, man.
That's what's up.
That's what's gonna set us apart from everybody else.
I know.
So that's a great idea.
Too Bree be having them.
Oh, he got a track.
Oh, he do. Oh, for real. For the movie, having the pussy popping songs. I was like, dang, I would like, bro, to have a song in the movie, but I was like, all the songs of his that I know is them.
He got two, and
that's hard.
He's got one that, man. He performed a part of it last night, and I was like, yes, he sent that song to me. And yeah, it's in the movie, man. It fits.
So use clips of the movie to make the music video.
All right, might as well.
You remember how they used to do it back in the day?
They don't do it like that no more.
No, they don't.
Damn.
You barely hear about that.
Things done changed.
Hell yeah. Hell, on the next one, are you doing an official soundtrack? You're gonna do an official soundtrack?
Yeah, I'm hoping to have an official soundtrack for this one.
Oh, so
because we got a lot of indie artists that submitted stuff. Now everybody's stuff ain't gonna make it.
Right.
I want people just to be looking at me if their song don't make it. Because if it don't make it, that's my cinematographer couldn't fit that into the movie.
Just roll it in the credits. Just make a little quick 20-second in the credits.
Shout outs to them. So yeah. But it's gonna be other vendors. Vendors will be there giving stuff out. That'll be in everybody's backpacks that they're gonna be getting to as well. All the sponsors that are helping sponsor. Because what people don't know, man, you make a movie, man, it's expensive.
Yes, yes, I do know.
I did not know how expensive it was until we did this, but now I do know, and it prepared me for the future for sure.
But I mean, it didn't scare you away because you already started on the next one.
Yeah, for sure.
However much it cost, it was worth it.
Yeah.
So
after seeing that trailer, After seeing that chair, after seeing that trailer, man, like it pushed me. My wife watched it and she started crying and she made me start crying. I'm like, man, golly. Then I called my cinematographer and I was like, bro, look, I ain't no punk, man. But Ash cried, I cried. He said, man, bro, my wife cried. I said, oh, everybody crying. Because I've never seen something like that. I'm not used to seeing that and myself like that. I'm used to being on the stage, seeing that stuff. So seeing a movie, I'm like, man, this is a movie. Like, we making a movie still hasn't really hit me yet.
Man, you made you a movie.
Yeah, we made one. It just, I don't think it's going to hit me until I'm seeing it.
Yeah,
sitting in the theater, looking at it.
Look, I'm gonna be sitting there with my phone on. Hey, y'all, look at it, watch that. You about to cry.
Look, this how you gonna know? Because you know you gonna have some shade. All you gonna see is this. That one wipe just there you go.
There you go. You saw it live on the.
We hoping for a standing ovation at the end, man. But I know when y'all see the end of it, man, it's great. And the way it ends, just know my wife gave me that idea. The way it ends, you know what I'm saying? I was gonna keep going, and she was like, "Stop."
Right there.
We gonna do a live performance. Me and him, we gonna walk in shooting crabs with the money and shit. Like, told that shit was gonna be good. That shit was gonna be good, nigga.
Make the block better, bro.
Oh, man.
But shout out to Sam for shouting out his wife the whole pod. Like that's what's up.
I've been giving her the approval nod.
That's relationship choice right there, for real. Like be a part of your person's or your spouse or your partner's dream. Like be a part of that. Yes. Don't just be that person that's sitting on the side like you got it, baby. And just like be a part of it. Have vested interest in it, man. Because that makes that bond better. And bro knew when to stop. He knew when to stop, and when that ending, when she came and was like, "Yo, that's the one that you want. That's how you want it." And now he already knows that when we in the theater looking at it, that all of us are gonna be like, "What the fuck?" But when they see it, they'll be able to look at each other and have that moment like, "Boo, you." Goddamn. If they got a secret handshake, that's the moment. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But that, man, shout out though. How long you been married, bro?
We've been married 6 years. This year number 7.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. Blessings.
Yeah,
that's blessings right there.
I appreciate it. The devil almost stopped us, man. But God and prayer and marriage counseling. Get marriage counseling if you get married, man. We still see our counselor, and I don't stop. We are good. Me and my wife is great right now. Living the best life that we could potentially possibly live right now, and we go to counseling to help us out because man, like that therapist. If you get married, you need counseling. I don't care who you are. You gotta have it because they can help you still communicate and make your marriage even stronger. Because if we wasn't in counseling, I wouldn't be right here right now. Right. Because that's the reason why I got to get a chance and get back into this after I quit. Counseling brought this out. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
so,
man.
Yeah, get counseling, man.
Get some counseling.
Yeah, it works. It helps.
This chick told me I should do that.
You should try it. That's the thing. As black men, a lot of us think that, you know what I'm saying, we don't want that. I didn't want it. I got a psychiatrist that I go see too, and like a therapist, and before I didn't want it. And as a black man, I don't want this. I don't need this. Ain't nothing wrong with me. But now you do. It can just, man, it helps make you better. So I don't think it's a bad idea to try it out. Try it out. If you don't like it, you don't like it. But then
I gotta try it as an adult. Like when I was younger, I was in it, and it was just more like, why do you keep hitting people? Like that type. And that's kind of like what's been my thing of like why I don't want to do it. It's just like I remember like they just wanted to stop you from, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, why do you do like this? Well, this is the way we end that. So whenever somebody would bring it to me, I'm like, you just want me to change how I approach you. Fuck you. Like, I ain't going nowhere.
I got you.
But I'm getting to that point now, just on like internally, you know what I mean? Like I might need to. I might. I don't know. I gotta be in the mirror and talk about it a little bit more. But this is motivating me, man. Like this motivates me when it comes to like sobriety, breaking past this like internal wall that you may have. And it's crazy, like when you talked about on that third day you had to pray. Like I get to like that 2.5 days and I don't pray on it. I don't pray then.
pray
That's when I go get a drink.
Pull up.
Yeah, that's when I'm like, well, I did good.
Yeah.
Monday, Tuesday,
Wednesday,
5 o'clock Wednesday.
You did better than me, man. I usually didn't make it past 12 hours. You know what I'm saying? I'll be sitting there, I say, I ain't drinking today. 12 hours go by, I had half a handle of some Crown Apple, man.
Just to get through. Stomach started feeling weird.
Yeah.
So for real. For real. So, man, thank you personally for me. This has been very inspirational and motivational to hear your testimony.
Time.
Yeah. All right, Pac. Just can't wait till after the show.
I'm just saying, this is something you're dealing with, and it just came right at the perfect time.
Yeah,
you know?
very true.
Man, I appreciate the opportunity too, fellas, for allowing me to utilize y'all's platform.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Anytime, man.
To talk about the film and real estate. So
yeah. One more time, let them know where they can see the movie, the title of the movie.
Okay, you can. Movie is Black America. You can get your tickets at blackamericamovie.eventbrite.com. You can. Movie's gonna be May 12th in Opry Mills in Nashville in the theaters. Doors open at 6:15. Show starts at 7 o'clock. It's open seating, so first come, first serve when you get there, with the exception of the cast, roles, and family. But outside of that, it's open seating. So blackamericamovie.eventbrite.com is where they can get the tickets.
Okay.
Eventbrite is EVENTBRITE.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to show our believers your trailer, and giving us a minute to do a little acting too, the comedy.
Yeah, for sure.
Brandon, you want to take us out?
Hey guys, make sure that you support. Make sure you support. Please support. This is a man, not just a black man. Even though the movie is called Black America, this is a man that is taking his creativity and using it in a powerful way. You know what I'm saying? So we got to support this from the ground level. You know what I mean? This is the next Tyler Perry beyond. You know what I'm saying? This is the next Spike Lee beyond. You know what I mean? So let's make sure we support. Let's make sure we cultivate. Let's make sure we pour into him. Let's pray for him. Keeping him up in our prayers. I feel like the possibilities that we can see come from his success will open up the possibilities for future success when it comes to the kids that'll see it, when it comes to the opportunities for people to be behind the camera, in front of the camera. If you have interest in being part of the crew, email him.
He obviously just said,
like email him, like the things that can happen if we pour into him and keep him lifted up as he goes on his journey can be substantial for more than just him and his family, but it can feed 18 other families. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So let's make sure that we support. Let's not just watch and just share it, but let's actually tap in and invest. You know what I'm saying? It's been a hell of a week, but we didn't die. We still here.
It's true.
It's for me, it's been a very discouraging week, but now I am encouraged. So as long as you keep going, it'll be fine. You know what I'm saying? So until then, stay blessed. Don't stress. Don't stress. Don't stress. Life is just a test. Who that?
We gonna lead out. We're gonna play the trailer one more time.
So you like to read poetry too?
Nah, I mean, I wouldn't say all that. I ain't like to read it, but I did write it, though. Hey, Ma.
AJ, where are you?
Look, Ma, I'll be in there in a few.
You know today is your brother's birthday. Your sister's already here. You better not be out there on the streets.
Man, bro, you had this car for 2 months, man, and you already got it dusty as hell.
Okay.
Hey, chill.
It's alright. It ain't like we got nothing illegal in the car or nothing like that, you know?
Speak for yourself.
Man, is all this necessary?
I want to thank everybody for coming out today, for helping me celebrate Johnny's birthday.
I always got your back, bro.
Thankful for the harshest wind.
Look, I know you don't like to show your true emotions, but I can tell this hit you different.
I don't know what you want from me, alright? I got anger towards every white cop I see.
See, it's attitudes like that that's gonna end you right back up in jail.
You don't know what it's like to get pulled over and see them sirens in your rear view and to have your heart stop, do you?
Grateful for my broken heart.
But somehow you always seem to get involved and do something stupid that holds you back.
Man, do you think I planned for my life to go this way?
Oh, the hard times
Y'all, there it was. Black America.
Yep.
And here's the deleted scene. Goodbye.
Oh, that's Johnny. Baby. Hey, he going off. Right.
Shit, man. Johnny, I guess he about to pull off. He about to go to Harvard.
He going to Harvard. Man, that's what I'm talking about. Johnny, make the block better, bruh.
You, baby.
Make the block better, bruh.
I love seeing a young black man getting out here, defying the odds, making something better of himself.
And bro, you had this car for 2 months, man, and you already got it dusty as hell.
Car is kind of dusty. You just got that.
Okay. Hey, chill.
It's alright. It ain't like we got nothing illegal in the car or nothing like that, you know? Oh, police. $200, they ain't gonna make it.
I can't believe you want to bet on a black man trying to get out of here being harassed by the system. 3.
Run that.
Thank you.
They don't know, or they don't show, or they don't care. What's going on tonight?